Welcome to the Fierce Beauty and Skincare podcast. It's time to be seen, be heard, and feel beautiful again. With your hosts, Deb and Anne.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here with us today. We're Anne and Deb from Fierce Beauty and Skincare, and today we're honoured to celebrate two incredible female entrepreneurs who truly embody strength, vision and empowerment. The first is Joni Rogers Kante, the founder of SeneGence, a woman who built a global beauty brand 26 years ago, starting with just $7 and a dream. Through her unwavering belief in empowering women, clean beauty and products that genuinely work, Joni's strength, determination and never give up attitude have seen her become one of the most respected, recognised and celebrated leaders in the world of makeup and skincare. The second is Lisa Mary Cummins, an absolute powerhouse within the SeneGence community, a true force in makeup and skincare. Lisa's passion, leadership and commitment to excellence continue to inspire and empower women every single day. Today is about celebrating women who lift others as they rise, and we couldn't be more excited to honour them both.
Okay, so this is Anne here. Thanks for being here, all you fierce beauties out there. We've got an exciting podcast today. We've got our special guest who we love so much, Lisa Mary Cummins. How are you, Lisa?
I cannot even believe I'm here. Thank you so much for having me, and to even be considered to be spoken about in the same stratosphere as Joni. Oh my God, who even am I? Yeah, so Joni Rogers Kante. Well, I don't know her. I'm just getting to know her, really. I've been with SeneGence for 3.5 years now. So I'm kind of just a baby, but not as much of a baby as you and the beautiful, dangerous Deb. You guys are super new, super fresh, and super inspiring yourselves to even be doing the podcast and doing everything that you're doing. So I just want to say from the outset that I am so proud of you both, and I can't wait to learn from both of you.
Thank you.
So much. I got to spend, to be honest, I got to spend a little bit of time with Joni while we were in Bora Bora. Anne and I were in Bora Bora together. Yes. So Anne was literally living the life that other distributors dream of, and within her first 12 months, like, who even is she? So such an incredible inspiration, and anybody wants to know all the secrets of Anne and Deb. So yeah, no, I got to spend some time with her. I think the thing that I love about Joni is that, you know, she is extremely passionate about providing opportunities to women. Yeah. You know, and that is incredibly powerful, you know, starting as a single mum and going through and building her own beauty brand from the ground up.
It's an empire. It's actually an empire, isn't it?
An empire, but not just for herself, but for so many other women that want to be a part of it. And that sense of sharing the abundance and love and all of that sort of stuff is absolutely so inspiring to me. And what I really love about this model, I think the network marketing model can get some really bad raps sometimes in the, it can be kind of feeling like it's a bit of like a high pressure kind of thing. And I was really opposed to it. I never liked it. But I always think to myself, this is an opportunity that anybody can really go with if they want to, and they can do it their own way. You guys do it so differently to how I do it, and having a one-on-one with Joni in Bora Bora made me realise her and I are almost completely opposite. But she couldn't argue.
She's so generous.
She's so generous. She's so kind.
Yeah,
I don't look scary.
Yeah, I had the one-on-one with her too, and she's a fantastic person.
Absolutely. But, I think the thing I love about it is she's created something that we can all do in our own genuine, heart-centered way. And I think that's extremely powerful.
And as you say, any way can work. There's no set road that you have to take.
You can do as much as you want or as little. And I happened to get to Bora through sales, and you did too, Lisa.
Yeah.
And Joni and her husband, Ben, were kind enough to host. And everything was paid for, our airfares, our accommodation at the Western, or all 5-star. The majority of our meals, we had a wonderful time just lazing around the pool and in the lagoon and doing some jet skiing, didn't we?
Oh my God, the jet skiing. Wasn't that just the best thing ever. Like, oh my God. I'm flying to Bali on another SeneGence trip on Saturday, and I've literally got a rashy and I'm ready to jump on a jet ski any second. Like, I'm ready for it.
You were a little bit like this when I asked you, but girl, you just...
Hey, I held on so tight that my fingers went numb. But once I figured it out, I was actually going over the speed limit. I was like, yeah, let's go. I just loved it so much.
So okay, Lisa, we want to talk about you because you're an entrepreneur yourself. You're based in Geelong in Victoria.
I am, yes.
So how long have you been doing your one-on-one makeup classes? Because you're very successful with those. You're a great makeup artist.
Yeah, well, I really wanted to do this business as an online thing. I didn't want to do anything in person. I didn't want to see another person. I didn't want to talk to another person. I come from bricks and mortar business. So I had a cafe that I ran for nearly 10 years, which just about killed me. Went through the pandemic. I got very, very sick. That all came to a devastating end and I needed a new path. And so I wanted to do something fun. And I never imagined I was going to become a makeup artist, and I never imagined I was going to teach makeup classes. But, you know, it was from learning from other women that do this that made I just had this moment in my head. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to go and do weddings and put makeup on people, but imagine if I could share my knowledge with other women. And so now I sit in this very room, although I'm about to move to a new studio. I'm actually literally moving to a new studio right today as we speak, and I can literally take this anywhere and share my knowledge with other women. I do 10 sessions a week, 5 days a week, so I do it as a full-time thing, and I do up to 3 people. I used to do 5, but you know, Betty over in the corner with her purple eyeshadow going crazy while I'm trying to help Vicky with her mascara was a little bit too stressful for me, so I was very happy to kind of reduce that number down a little bit. And I really love the one-on-one. I love the banter. I love all of that sort of thing. So I do the 10 makeup classes a week, and yeah, I just love interacting one-on-one with women and just having that banter, you know, really just telling them, you know, you're not doing anything wrong. Like, we're not doing things wrong. You know, they're all worried they're doing something so terribly wrong and that they never got taught by their mums, but nobody taught their mums. So I think we're in that day and age now where, you know, women, especially over 35, over 40, you know, things are changing for them. Their makeup routine, you know, isn't really working for them, and I think they're also seeing the younger women really like come into their own with makeup. Like, I think makeup standards these days are like next level, and so I think we want to step it up, you know, as we're getting into the best years of our lives. They're really we want to step it up, and we want to feel and look the best that we possibly can, not for everybody else but for ourselves. So
that's so true. And give us some feedback that you get from your ladies that come in on the product. What do they say about the product?
The product is, funnily enough, I don't sell the product. I talk about technique. I talk about, you know, brushes and how you can go about doing things. I don't have to sell the product. The product sells itself because it's absolutely fantastic. I don't need to say, oh, here's this, you know, lovely moisturizer. It's the best, you know, because they're going to put it on their face. And they're going to feel that it's the best. They know that it does everything. So it's not about selling them. They're not coming for a sales experience. They're coming for an education experience. So for me, it's so important. My first question I ask a woman when she enters my makeup studio is, so why did you decide to come and have a makeup class? You know, and that is the most powerful question, because they'll just go blah, and they'll just tell you, oh, my eyes are doing this and my lips are getting smaller and I've got these bits here. And it's like, we all have those bits and we all have the things. And a lot of women want to know about their colours as well. They want to know about colour matching. They've never been able to get the right colour foundation. So I go about and demystify, you know, undertone and warm tone, neutral, cool tone, all of that kind of stuff. But also, as women's skin is changing, they're maybe embracing the grey as well. The tones that they used to wear, they don't feel good in anymore. No. And so it's about exploring. And I say to them, this is actually so exciting because you get to wear colours that you've never worn before. Yeah. So you're in this whole other journey, and they're feeling sad that the things that they used to do don't work. But I'm like, no, there's this whole other world that you get to explore now because things are changing, and let's embrace that and actually celebrate it rather than seeing it as something that is negative. I mean, we've been blessed with the opportunity to age and grow older, and lots of people aren't afforded that opportunity. So let's embrace it. And it doesn't matter if you're, 35, 65, 85, you can still wear a red lip. Maybe, 85-year-old want to give a red lip a go for the first time. I know it's my go-to when I don't really know what to do and I need to look epic. Put on a red lip, and it's the most amazing thing.
I should have put one on.
I think it's also,
that's funny.
As you say, Lisa, it's about empowering.
One of the things I always say to them when they come is, I'm not here to tell you you're doing anything wrong. If you love using Dove soap and Vaseline, then you should keep doing that. If that's what works for you and that's what makes you feel good, I'm not here to tell you you're doing anything wrong. This is information. This is troubleshooting. This is if my skin's doing this, maybe you're putting your skincare on in the wrong order. Maybe you're putting your evening moisturizer on in the morning and your foundation's not sitting right. Let's talk about those pain points and things that you can be educated on to kind of go, actually, maybe that's why that's happening. That's why that green concealer is floating around in my makeup bag, all of those sorts of things. It's not a sales experience, it's an education experience. And I give people the knowledge that if they want to go to Mecca, Sephora and Maya and get them and colour match themselves, they've got the skills to do that. Do they want to do that? Probably not. They're probably more than happy to get the things that they tried on here because it felt good, it looked good, they felt confident with it. But some people might walk away with a tinted moisturiser and a lipstick. Other people will walk away with absolutely every single thing. Yeah. So we're here for everybody.
I think the beauty is that the products work in sync with each other. The problem is when you go to the big stores like Sephora and Mecca, as great as they are, there's so many product choices, and I know from my experience in the past, I've come away with all these different brands of this lipstick brand, this foundation brand, and I love them, but they don't work well with together or with your moisturisers.
And I also talk to about that, sometimes, different brands can work really well together, but sometimes it's like mixing oil and water, and it's another troubleshooting. It's like, okay, well, I love that foundation, but when I put that blush on top of it, it just doesn't work. If you go in with the same line, they're designed to work together and so that's also another, what I call, a troubleshooting thing that makes people think. It's not about buy my shit, buy my shit, buy my shit. It's about what are your pain points? What are the solutions? Yeah. What can we talk through to kind of, work through those problems? And people come in with a sense of anxiety that they're unsure, they're not confident, they don't know the answers, and they walk out going, oh my God, I learned so much. I'm not going to remember it all, but, they take the things that are really important to them and then they run with it, which is beautiful.
You're a safe place to talk.
Yeah.
How often?
It's such an important place.
Yeah. How often have we been out, say, going into whichever store, and we speak to a very young person, we go, we've got this problem, and they go, and you can't relate because there's that different level of, you can't relate to it. So when they come into your studio, Lisa, there's a safe place for them just to vent. For you to hear them, because they can't say it to their husband or anyone.
No, and I think it's the thing, you're a stranger, so you're kind of like the hairdresser, you're the lash lady, you're the bartender, we talk about way more things than makeup. My goodness, some people, I think they should be sending me an invoice for psychological services because we're just letting it all out. But yeah, it is a very personal thing, and I think that's the thing that I offer differently is that, you know, going to Mecca, Sephora or Maya, it's very public. It's in the middle of the whole bloody situation with big lights and all the things, whereas I offer something that's very private, very calm, very hilarious at times. Sometimes, you know, some King Charles Cavaliers come and visit and all of that kind of thing, but it puts people at ease. Yeah. And, you know, sometimes, you know, I'm not, you know, I don't have lots of wrinkles and I have good skin, and sometimes they're like, oh, but you know, you're all good. And I'm like, no, actually, I have a lot of things that I'm self-conscious about, and I will talk to them about the things that I'm self-conscious about with myself. Like, you know, I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. I have abnormal hair growth on my face. That's something that absolutely really, really gets to me. You know, we all, you know, I've got very heavily hooded eyes and I've got recessed eyes. I don't have an eyelid. And I'm like, you know, I already know what it's like to have a 50, 60, 70-year-old eyelid because I was born one. So, you know, don't think that, you know, we all have our discomforts about ourselves. And I think it's about validating them as well. It's not about going, oh, no, don't worry about your wrinkles. You know, it's like, no. That's their face. How they feel is valid. You know, we all know, we look at ourselves every day, we see ourselves, we notice the smallest change because it's our face, it's our body. And just because somebody is talking about it you shouldn't shut them down.
No.
You know, it's okay to talk about those things and, you know, go, okay, well, how can we embrace that? How can we detract from that? How can we work with it instead of just pretending that, oh, you shouldn't feel self-conscious about things. And as a woman in a plus-size body, I don't like it when people invalidate me. Oh, but you're beautiful. It's like, well, yeah, but I have insecurities. We all have insecurities, and that's normal.
It's a sort of active listening too, isn't it? Not
absolutely
blazing straight over a subject. Sorry, Annie.
So what's next for you, Lisa, with your business? What's next? What do you need to conquer next? Because you've been very successful up to this point.
And so funny to hear you say that, to be honest. I've been mediocre at best at all the things that I've ever done in my life. I've been a journalist. I've worked in public relations. I have owned my own cafe, and every single thing has been a struggle. I'm also dyslexic, funnily enough. I feel like I found my thing, you know, finally. You know, I think I was 39 when I started. I'm turning 43 this year. I feel like I'm in my element. I'm going through a lot of personal changes and I'm navigating that. But what I do here is literally my safe space. It's the thing that really lights me up, and it just gives me a sense of calm and a sense of confidence, which I've never had. I'm not a confident person. I'm not an extroverted person. But when I'm in my makeup element with my makeup girls and all of the things, I feel a bit like a queen. Like I just feel so good in myself.
You are a queen. You are a queen, and you're one of the top people in Australia.
And so are you girls, which is amazing.
And it's just the love you have.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. I want to share that confidence with more people. I want to really bring more people along on the journey with me. I want to really focus on online as well, because people will think, oh, we'll go sell makeup online, it'll be really easy, but it's not. It's, you know, the in-person is actually where it's at, as you both know. Yeah. And, you know, so I really want to be able to travel the world and do absolutely whatever I want, whenever I want, and still have a generous income coming in, and I can, you know, teach and support wherever my heart desires to go. So that is my vision, and it is coming to fruition as I go through. But I just want to keep learning, changing, and evolving.
With Deb.
Yeah, Deb and I go to Rome. Yeah.
Business. When have we got time to work with these trips?
Oh no. Oh, that's the thing. But that's the thing, though. Like when I went to Bora Bora with you, Anne, I did more sales online than I've ever done in my entire career.
Saying that, yes.
So these are work trips, ladies. These are work trips, you know, and that's the thing. These trips allow us to build our credibility, to build our confidence, to get in the room with other women. And I interviewed almost every single woman on that trip because I wanted to learn what makes them tick. What's their secret sauce? What motivates them? What keeps them going after all of these years? Because, you know, you and I in this room, we're new, we're fresh, we're excited. We haven't had a downturn yet. We haven't had epic challenges yet. You know, we haven't had the success and then it's gone away. Like, these other women that we were surrounded with have been in the business for a lot longer than we have. A lot longer. We are fresh and new. So we're still riding that high of fresh and new. But what do you do when you have a bad year? What do you do? That's business. Business is not linear. It goes up and down, up and down. And so I really used it as a work trip, and I really interviewed those other women, you know, kind of using my talents from my previous careers for my team, for my growing team of women that want to know what, like, I had a unique opportunity to talk to people that have made this happen. So and it's exactly what you guys are doing in your podcast. And I think it's absolutely fantastic because, you know, we learn by being inspired by others, and every single success that I've had in my business has come from a little nugget of something that I got from someone else, and I went, oh yes,
Store that one.
That's the thing. Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you wrap it into suit you.
We found that, didn't we, Annie, when we went to the seminar last year? Obviously, we'd only been in there for 3 days.
We were probably all speaking pig Latin or something because you probably didn't understand half the stuff that was going.
Debbie didn't even have the branded makeup on. I do, but she
But you know what? It was so inspiring to be around a room full of strong, independent, inclusive women.
Absolutely. That's what I love about it so much. Yeah. And those women will hug you, and they'll go into bat for you, and they will clap for you so hard. Yes. Yeah. Like, that's the thing. They will clap for you so hard. And, you know, like, I can't even believe it. Like, when your name gets called and people just go nuts, it's like, oh my God, like, whoa, you know, and you guys are going to feel that so hard this year. Like, the room is going to erupt. Like, I will be squealing from the back. I'll be so happy for you guys. Like, amazing.
But last year, April, the seminar, you were in front. Like, you have come so far, April, last year. You've come so far forward.
Yeah, I'd done nothing really. I'd done nothing by that stage, and everything happened since then. And that's why I always say to people, get to those in-person events, get around other women, get that energy and that excitement and that positivity. Like, it's not gross positivity. Like, I don't mesh with that. Like, we've got to be real. Like, life has its challenges. God, we all know that. But, like, get around women that are like, okay, let's get some work done. Let's go to work. Like, let's do this. You know, I love that.
And everyone's happy to share their ideas, because sometimes you get an idea and you go, oh, and then you'll hear some input, and then you'll know where to turn it and twist it. And
like you said,
we're also very blessed with a very, very competent, professional, caring corporate team as well. You know, our corporate team, you can call them, email them, all the rest of it. My idea around building my team, I actually spoke to Melanie Bradshaw about at seminar, and I never really had a conversation with her until then. And I kind of gave her this idea of, like, what do you think about this? And she's like, yes. And that just made me go, okay, cool, I'm doing it. Good. And off I went.
Good.
You know, it just gave me that confidence to fly. And for those of us who know, Eliana is sort of, you know, the head of training and development, etc., in Australia. And she has a thing called a Muffin moment. So you can give her a call or whatever and have a Muffin moment, which means basically like a little meltdown. Yeah. So yeah, she's like, if you ever need a Muffin moment, just give me a call. It's completely fine. So I rang her because I did the power hour thing last night on the, like, you know, like the SeneGence. I was asked to do that. And, you know, I've got some challenges going on behind the scenes at the moment. And I just rang Eliana and I said, look, I need a Muffin moment. I can't open the spreadsheet. I can't read the words. My brain's not working. Can you just tell me what you want me to do? Yeah. She's like, yeah, I've got you. All good. And, you know, so that level of support as well. And this is the thing that we need to remember. We can start this business for $25.
Yeah.
Right? That is all for free if it's free sign up. That is unheard of. You cannot do that in the real world out there, in the bricks and mortar world. You cannot do that. Starting a business is you need a lease, you need stuff, you need food, you need whatever you need staff and all of the stuff. We get to start our business for free or for $25, and we have an incredible product that's developed for us, labeled for us, all of the government blah blahs and la las and customs and all of the considerations that you could ever possibly imagine are completely taken care of for us. All we have to do is go and do our thing.
Yes.
So I think we need to come back to gratitude and remember that we are given an incredible opportunity. And we, I remember the first time I met Joni at my very, very first seminar, and I went up to her. I was so nervous, but I went up to her and I said, "Thank you for creating this." And do you know what she said to me? She's like, "You're welcome. Now go do your thing."
Yep, that's Joni. That's Joni to a T.
Yeah.
Very just off you go. I'm like, so, and I did.
Yeah, you have, absolutely.
So, Lisa, tell us how people can contact you in Geelong. What's your socials that they can contact you?
Yeah, so at Lisa Mary Cummins on Instagram. Instagram's my favourite. I love Instagram. Or Lisa Mary Cummins on Facebook. I've got the little ticky situation, so it's easier to tell me from some other person, which is just probably my personal profile, to be honest.
On a website?
I have a website. So lisamarycummins.com.au is my website. So that's kind of got all my information about my makeup classes, all of that kind of stuff in Geelong. And I'm actually booked out for all of February, all of March and all of April for makeup classes. So, which is epic. I'm very, very happy, but I am taking bookings from May. So if you want to come and have a class with me, I would be absolutely thrilled to have you.
Go get it.
So, what's the percentage of your returns, or are most of these new?
I actually do people that do come back for a second class, but I would say 90% of them are new. So most people come to me for the first time, then they'll follow me on social media and they'll chat to me and reorder. And, I always say to people, follow me on social media because I'm going to be doing my makeup every single day. So that's going to remind you of all the things that, I might be talking about, my dog or my cat or something, but you'll see me doing the things that we did in the class and it will remind you of that goes there and that goes over there and all of that kind of thing. So
how to blend that. Yep.
Exactly. Yeah. And they can always message me anytime. But I do have ladies that do come back for 2 or 3 classes. They want to try a different look, they want to bring a friend, all of that kind of thing as well. And I make friends with these people. I'm so blessed. I've got a whole community of these beautiful women that I get to stay in touch with. And, probably 90% of the time there's a hug at the end. There might even be a few tears. It's just wonderful. It's so good.
So fantastic. And they come from all over Victoria to see you, don't they?
Yeah. I've had people from Cobram. I've had people from Halls Gap, Warrnambool, Colac, Melbourne, Doreen, Dandenongs. I'm like, where? I just presume they all come from up the road. And they're like, "Oh, do you mind if I use your toilet?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." "Oh, the drive was 2 hours." I'm like, 2 hours? And there you go. So I'm not going to complain. It's an absolute honour to think that people would want to come and have a class with me. So, yeah.
Lisa, you enjoy your weekend in Bali.
Oh, thank you.
It's been such a pleasure to have you on our podcast. It really has.
Oh, I just want to say thank you so much for having me. When you asked me, I was like, "Oh my God, me? Oh, that's so nice."
Told you.
And I absolutely love and respect you both so incredibly. What you are doing and what you're creating is so inspiring. And be ready when you go to seminar, you are going to be mobbed and everybody's going to want to know all the tea.
Okay, thanks for the heads up on that.
I might have to ask security. I'll be like, no, I'm sorry. But Anne and Deb are not available right now. They need a rest. They're just taking a break. They'll be signing autographs later. Oh, God. Well, I'll see you both at seminar in April.
Thank you so much. Look at it.
You're so welcome.
We really appreciate it.
Will do.
Thanks for listening to Fierce Beauty and Skincare. If you're ready to get your sexy back and stay fierce, make sure to hit subscribe and follow us on social media for your daily dose of confidence. Ready for your mini makeover or that skin quiz we mentioned? DM us today and let's get you glowing. Until next time, stay fierce.